What's up, guys? This is Entertainment Angel here. I'm here to discuss my thoughts on the upcoming Avatar: The Last Airbender projects. I believe I said this in my last video, but I am a huge fan of the original Avatar TV show from 2005 through 2008, and I thought the sequel show was decent for overall. But so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's gonna be happening for the upcoming projects. Um, the, the very first, so we're going to discuss the four projects that are confirmed to come out. The very first one I want to discuss is the Netflix adaptation. I did make a video of this is previously, so I'm not going to go too much in depth with this. But I would say overall, well, I think this is a promising show, and I am looking forward to it. I see more positives than negative, more positives than concerns. So hopefully this will be a good show. This will be a good show to watch. The next up is the adult Avatar movie that will be coming out in October of 2025. This one I'm way more excited about because yes, we do have the comics that explores what happens with Aang and his friends after the war. I haven't read them, but I've heard a lot of things that has happened, and I have seen images of them, and it does look very interesting. But overall, when it comes to the adult show, the adult movie, this will this is something I am anticipating to see what how did Aang and his friends um how did Aang and his friends live throughout their adult lives, and what challenges have they came across along the way. Now they've experienced everything. It's been many years since the end of the Hundred-Year War. What has Zuko been up to? What has Sokka been up to? Toph, Aang and Katara. Are we gonna see Aang and Katara's kids come to play? Toph's kids. And another question is, I did see the official image. I might need to see it again, but I do not remember Suki being in the original image that was leaked. So I'm wondering. I understand that she is part of that she is a Kyoshi warrior, but she is also part of team. But I consider her as part of Team Avatar. And so I think that. So I really hope that she will be a big part in the adult Avatar movie, so we could explore everything that has happened between her and Sokka. Uh, I'm also wondering if we're gonna see. So in the very first season of Korra, we did see a flashback with Aang and Aang facing off Yakon, the Bloodbender, and my and and I'm wondering if we're gonna be seeing that come to life, or they're gonna explore some different things. Another thing that I'm hoping they explore, unless they explored this in the comics, which I don't think they did, is they explore how Republic City came to be, something that Aang and Zuko focused on. But we shall see when the movie comes out. The next one that I'm really anticipating as well is the next Avatar series after the new Avatar that will be after Korra. This one this one I'm very much interested in. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the original show. Korra was overall decent. Had definitely had some high ups and definitely had some low lows. But overall, Korra, like I said, decent. So my anticipation for this upcoming Earthbender show is to some. I would like to see what this new Avatar will be facing in a couple of things. One, the first thing that I want to see that he will be facing off against is how he's gonna be facing off other adversaries when the only avatar he has is Korra. I'm also wondering if they're going to bring other if he'll be able to bring other avatars back, like Aang, Roku, Kyoshi, Ikorik, Yangchen, all the way from them all the way to Avatar 1. I believe there were some other avatars that were named in between Yangchen and Wan, but I'm not familiar with them to my knowledge. Another thing that I'm also anticipating, I believe this is supposed to take place 100 years after the events of Legend of Korra. So this is when Korra lived a long life, and this is what I've been hearing. I'm not sure if it's true or not. And this new Avatar show will be more in the 2020 setting. So this is actually very interesting. And so now we get to see the Avatar in a modern setting. The original show is more like a medieval type show, while Korra is more 1920s vibe that I got from it. So and we should see. Hopefully, we'll see how technology and bending are going to intervene. Maybe the bending has caused a lot of the technology in this universe, or maybe or or maybe something else. But again, this is something I'm 100% looking forward to. And and I'm hoping this show will end up being a really good show. And next up is uh, next up that's coming out in actually this is coming out in 2026 is the Zuko movie. To my knowledge, I don't believe that we know much about this. What I think it's gonna be is this is going to explore Zuko as the Fire Lord. I think this is gonna be the sequel to the adult Avatar movie. They might have announced it, they might not. I'm not sure, but that would make the most sense. So we could explore Zuko and how he has handled the Fire Nation. They might even explore things from the Promise graphic novel where Zuko was struggling as the Fire Lord and he almost became like his father. I haven't read The Promise, but I've heard a lot about it. The only graphic novels that I have the most knowledge in are The Promise and The Search, which are both more focused on things that are happening with Zuko. Again, The Promise is more focused on Zuko Zuko as the Fire Lord struggling and on the verge of becoming his father, and Aang having to fulfill Zuko's promise that if Zuko ever becomes like his father, Aang will have to end Zuko's life. And the search is where Zuko is on a search to find his mom after she was banished. So hopefully in the Zuko movie, we might see clips of that, or we might see how Zuko and his mom have been playing out. We might see Azula come back, and we'll see how Azula will be after all the events from the graphic novels. Um, but I'm very curious of what they're gonna do with the Zuko movie. Now, if I were to rank the show, these four projects from what I'm looking forward to the least to the most, the one that I would say the fourth place, I would go with the Netflix show as the least. It is because it is basically adapting the first season, which overall the first season of the show was great. It was a great start to the show. Obviously, obviously both Book Two Earth and Book Three Fire are much better than Book One Water. I have a feeling most of us will agree on that. But Book One Water is great, but it will basically be adapting while the other three are talking about are talking about expanding the Avatar universe. I would say number three for me might be the new might be the new Avatar series. It might be my third most my third most anticipated because this will be a whole new Avatar. I think part of it was because Korra didn't live up to Aang's journey. I know a lot of people loved Korra Book 3. I think it's the strongest of Legend of Korra. But I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be personally. But that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother time. So this is something that I'm not sure if this new Avatar series will be able to live up to the original show. I have a gut feeling it will be more up to par with Legend of Korra. I think it will be on that same level. Hopefully, it will be more like Book 3 Change. My second most anticipated Avatar project will be the Zuko movie. The Zuko movie seems the most interesting, so we can actually, as stated, we can explore more of how Zuko was as the Fire Lord and all the challenges he has came with. And Zuko is my favorite character, so there isn't that much I can talk about with Zuko because there isn't that much that we know about the Zuko project. So I did put that at number two. Bonus points because, like I said, Zuko is my favorite character in the show. My number one most anticipated, my number one most anticipated Avatar project is by far the adult Avatar movie, which they can as stated because I would like to see how the Avatar series it evolves after each as they are in their adult lives and and I'm just wondering how it's going to play out. Also, I'm wondering if these four Avatar projects are going to be adult orient more adult oriented. Like how Harry Potter started off very child friendly, but as we grew up, the series grew up as well, and I'm wondering if that's what it's going to be with the Avatar universe. But overall, with these four projects, I'm really looking forward to seeing how all of them are going to play out, and I am anticipating to see how each of them will play out. If you guys like what I'm presenting so far, please like and subscribe to Entertainment Angel, and we will talk soon. Thank you very much, and thank you very much.